And by the way, fuck Phil Mushnick in his fuckhole. This piece of shit.
Mushnick.
He wrote an article on, it's titled Bitter Dregs of a Pop Culture Gone Red Bull. Yeah. This piece of shit, Phil Mushnick, who I guess started out as a sports columnist and now he's spreading out to other areas.
Now he thinks anyone wants to know his opinion on everything. What the fuck is this?
And he's a bad sports reporter because he hates sports at this point. So move aside and let someone else write about it.
Yeah, let a young buck in there.
But he's writing an article because of what happened to that poor kid in Rutgers who killed himself after he was taped kissing a guy on the internet.
Right.
You know the story.
Yes.
You heard our take on it. We thought it was horrible what happened to the kid and all that.
But again, I also said I don't think the people that put the camera in there and shit were trying to expose him or trying to kill him or bullying him. I think they did a dumb prank that went way the fuck wrong. I mean, look at fucking American Pie.
Right.
That movie had the same premise.
Right.
Guy's in there. He's going to have some sex. The girl comes in, and then they're just all watching him on camera. It's like, oh, that's,
Well, what about Porky's?
Porky's.
Didn't they fucking get the audio going?
Holes in the shower.
Holes in the shower, but didn't they record it? Wasn't there some kind of recording device?
Did they? A device to record.
And then
sex and blowjobs.
Then the broad from Sex in the City.
Yes.
Her moans were heard throughout the fucking arena or something, right?
It was just
or the high school or something, or the gymnasium?
In the gym, but it wasn't recorded.
Oh,
she was
wasn't
just being
mic'd?
very loud.
You sure it wasn't mic'd?
Positive. She was just being real loud.
And what the fuck do I know?
Very loud. I talked to Ira in the hallway the other day.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'd like to come back on your show. I was like, all right, we'll have you back on. He goes, not on a Friday. I want to come on a new day. Like, all right.
Book him for tomorrow.
Fucking book him.
Get him here tomorrow, man.
Love the Ira.
People love Ira.
Doesn't.
Bitter dregs of a pop culture gone Red Bull. Only to those who haven't been paying close enough attention could it have come as a shock. Late last month, 18-year-old Rutgers freshman Tyler Clementi committed suicide, jumping off the George Washington Bridge after two other 18-year-old freshmen, his roommate and a female accomplice, used a webcam to broadcast Clementi in a gay sexual encounter. Gay. This is just prank shit, unfortunately, that's been going... Not even unfortunately. This prank shit's been happening for the beginning of time.
It's just, I don't know, it's the funniest thing.
I'm working on it. Time.
There are certain words that work so well.
This story led local newscasts and made national network news for days to follow. Days. Shocking story. Except not really, Mr. Fuckface said.
Yeah.
The two young antagonists in this tragedy seem to have only acted upon their training and preconditioning.
Oh, is that it?
And, as have tens of millions of American teens over the last two generations, they were targeted, trained, and conditioned to be remorseless wise guys.
Wise guys.
Guys.
Really?
Covertly recording one's gay roommate as he is having sex and sharing that video with anyone who would similarly find that as clever or as funny or as high five, howling fantastic, certainly qualifies in 2010 America as entertainment. Right up there. Ready for this, Anthony?
Yes.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
With the renewal of MTV's Jersey Shore and Find Me the Next Opie and Anthony Drive Time Radio. That's what our show's about, you cocksucker.
That guy never listens. Fuck him.
You piece of shit. We're doing a little more than edgy stuff, and actually our edgy stuff is not really happening much anymore.
It's very
you
difficult
fucking jizz bag.
Very difficult to do that type of radio anymore, so you have to adapt and overcome and come up with other things to do. I don't know. This guy's so out of touch anyway.
We're way more intelligent and way more real than you are, Phil Mushnick,
hey,
you piece of shit.
Speak for yourself. Oh.
Piece of shit.
Phil Mushnick.
And then it goes on and on and on and on. But basically he's blaming, people like you and I, Anthony, and that's why people are recording their gay roommate.
If I could be a rock in a river that deflects the water in a way that many, many years from now forms a giant canyon that might not have been there if my rock was not in that river. I feel that I've affected society. Society. It's great. No, and if this guy wants to pin that on me, so be it. I'm in line with some great people in this world.
Wow, that's
most
your
of which
take?
I won't mention right now because some of them. But yeah, fuck it. If I could actually,
we had a real take on that whole situation.
You know,
we talked honestly and openly about it, and had a really good discussion about that. Phil Mushnick, you piece of shit.
Exactly.
Why don't you write another column about how you hate sports?
Yeah, go ahead. A sports column about how you hate sports.
That's wonderful. That's really
is.
taking care of your readers.
Look what I do to Phil Mushnick.
Exactly.
I'm
Blowjob gesture.
I'm doing blowjob gesture.
Blowjob gesture for Phil Mushnick.
I don't know what you guys are so mad at him for. He compared you to Jersey Shore. That's awesome.
Oh,
is it?
Fuck.
Sounds like a great article
And
to
of
me.
course, Sam is in the studio.
Well, I mean, my whole take on that shit is, yeah, we do some crazy stuff on the show, absolutely, but that's not the only thing we do.
Not anymore.
We have some very good open discussions on everything happening in the world.
Yeah, the show's
way more
adapted,
intelligent than anything Phil
changed.
Mushnick could come up with.
Nick.
Fucking jizzbag.
And you know something? Society's just changed in the whole. It's just changed because of technology, things that are available. Yeah, kids, they're not being trained to be remorseless assholes that do this. It's the. I think the same thing was said about TV and radio and shit like that. It's another form of entertainment that has come out where everybody has the opportunity to throw a video up on YouTube or wherever else and become the semi-celebrity for the week or month or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
18 hours
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
lucky.
I know if you're lucky.
That's what that has come down to.
But it's technology, Phil. I don't know if Phil understands technology.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he really understands, like, because he's talking about a TV show that he probably heard about.
Right.
And a radio show that you can't do shit like that on radio anyway
Right.
anymore.
We haven't done
So-
anything close to that in many, many years.
Like
he's a few
YouTube-
years away from the jitterbug, so we gotta
Jitterbug.
feel a little sorry
I'm
for
Phil Mushnick. I use the jitterbug.
the jitterbug.
When I call in my stories, copy boy, there hasn't been a copy boy in years, Phil. Oh, stop the presses. Whatever.
He blames.
Hate Phil Mushnick.
He's blaming MTV, Spike Network, True TV, Fuse TV, Fuel TV. If it has TV in its name, he's blaming it.
Sorry, there's not fucking 13 channels to get up and change from your couch anymore. There's a lot of shit going on and a lot of time to fill.
So reap, so.
Phil.
He writes, so reap, so reap. Now I got to read more of this. Things, ugly things that once just didn't happen.
Ugly thing.
Or only rarely happen are now standard. They happen because they have to happen. It's a matter of logical conclusion to the illogical stimuli that drives abhorrent behavior. Brawls among adults at youth league ball games have become commonplace. No, they fucking haven't, Phil Mushnick. When one happens, it's reported all over the place, making it look like it's an epidemic. I got a lot of nephews that play a lot of fucking sports. I haven't seen one brawl yet, asshole.
Oh, God.
Not one brawl yet, asshole. Are they happening? Sure. It's not commonplace, though. That's a big leap. Why? Because there's no other landing place, Anthony.
Yeah, huh?
That first wave of kids who were raised on trash-talking, immodest, me-first behavior as TV, all sports, video game makers, and marketing strategists demanded are parents now.
Yep.
Strategists, sorry. Their frame of reference is only what it could be. How could they instill sportsmanship when it's an unknown concept? Unknown concept. That's what sports have become. Over-the-top sportsmanship. You fucking jizzbag! That's all it's about. Everyone wins. Remember, you douche? You know about all that. That's what's commonplace in sports. Everyone gets a trophy. Everyone wins. Everyone is all about sportsmanship. What are you talking about?
This line is fantastic.
Thank God you're going to read, because I'm having a tough time reading.
He said, well, first of all, he says, you went through the TV channels already and stuff.
Sure.
ABC's America's Funniest Home Videos now attaches laugh tracks to clips of people being thrown headfirst from horses, skis, skateboards, trampolines, dirt bikes, motorcycles, and roofs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
People enjoy watching other people get hurt.
But
It's just that's the way it is.
can we throw a little logic at him that
Yeah.
he doesn't understand?
They're not snuff flicks either.
Let's go Three Stooges, asshole.
Oh.
This has been happening since the dawn of TV.
Hey, Mo, hand me that saw.
Right. So why are you trying to make it sound like this is something brand new?
Yeah.
Three Stooges was fucking huge.
Violent as all hell.
Extremely violent. And guess what? All that was done for laughs because in the end, if someone face plants on skis, it's hilarious.
Of course.
And you know it's even hilarious, Phil Mushnick.
Mushnick is retarded. Listen to this. This is great. Best-selling rappers have returned the N-word while chanting greater regard for handguns and designer labels than for young women. And this tells his age right here, so this tells how out of touch this fuck is. Red Bull has replaced Yoo-hoo. And, yeah.
You!
Red Bull has replaced Yoo-hoo, and Snooki has moved in for Gidget. Gidget?
Look,
Really, Phil?
we're a bit on the older side now, Anthony, and that's not even our time, Gidget.
We're closer to death than birth, Opie.
I know. I do the math every night when I fall
Every
asleep.
night. Every night I look at the ceiling and do the math.
Every fucking night. You don't think I do that math?
Freezing my head.
Oh, my God.
Don't care.
We're in the
Yeah.
second half of our lives, and it's the bad second half
Oh,
when everything starts breaking down.
It's right after the click, click, click stops on the roller coaster. And you go to you go to that part. And we all know how quickly that ride ends.
Wow, we're doing.
And you know what? You can't say, can we do it again?
Nope.
Nope. I'm sure. One ride per customer.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that does I'm closer to blank age than blank age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And you can fill in the numbers yourself for your world. Because it started when I said, holy shit. I remember going, holy shit, I'm closer to 30 than 18.
Yeah.
And man, I wish I had that back.
Was that like that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, two and a half.
Years, 2.5?
2.5 years
Yeah, I
ago.
remember that one.
Now I'm closer to 40 than fucking 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like watching those insurance commercials on TV where the guy goes, "This is Bob. He's 45 years old, has 2 children and a wife. He'd pay for insurance," and then they go through this whole thing, and you see this guy Bob, and you're like, that guy's fucking old. Like, he's fucking bald, he's got glasses, gray hair all over, he's got like adult kids running around and shit. It's like, fuck. What happened?
Oh, no.
I know.
Unbelievable.
God, Bob, have a drink and fucking
So
invite Danny over.
So he says, how could they instill sportsmanship when it's an unknown concept? And then he has the Gidget line, like you said, Ant.
Gidget.
Consider the most popular primetime cable TV shows during their formative years. 15 to 20 years ago was the vulgar, homophobic, misogynistic, drug-fueled, crotch-centric pro wrestling garbage Vince and Linda McMahon and Ted Turner weekly presented.
Best wrestling ever, by the way, was
Yeah.
back then.
And I got so entertaining.
2 words for Phil Mushnick.
Oh?
Suck it.
Suck it.
There you go.
Yes.
Suck
Suck
it.
it. Suck it.
Look what I do.
Oh, blowjob move.
Blowjob gesture. Why don't you talk about that in your column today, you asshole?
Blowjob gesture. Come on.
I've hated Phil Mushnick for years
He's a
because
dunce.
he's just not an honest guy. He doesn't like writing about sports anymore, so he's not going to step aside because he likes the paycheck he's getting
Lady
from it.
Gaga has replaced Mae West. What?
Best-selling rappers, you did that. What possible good can come from any of this? Put it all together, and there must be a bigger and bigger price to pay. It's inevitable. So reap. 2 Rutgers freshmen set up a third, showing him on a webcam having gay sex. That's a horrible thing to do to anybody.
know.
We all know that. And most people listening to our voices and saw the story on the news know it's wrong and would never do it, you idiot.
No. It's not an instance
I don't like
where
when the media
everyone-
takes
yeah.
one incident and blows it up like it's an epidemic.
Everyone's doing it.
We all got bullied as kids. Just about all of us. And most bullies got bullied as well.
Yes. Bullies.
All of a sudden, it's an epidemic. Why? Because unfortunately, a few kids kill themselves. That sucks.
It's easier to bully now. Cyberbullying. That's what they call it. Cyberbullying. Although I don't think Phil Mushnick knows what that means.
And I think there's way more tolerance toward gay kids and gay people in general in the year
Of course there are.
2010.
My
Phil
God,
Mushnick.
who doesn't love the gay? I love the gay.
Kids are kissing all over the goddamn place right now.
The gay is fine. I have my issues with certain people of certain ethnic backgrounds all over. They're prejudices that have been ingrained in me since childhood.
Sure.
I can't really just ditch them. And some of them I'm sorry about. Some of them just prove themselves every day. But the gay, I have no problem with the gay.
I know, and I think a lot of people would be surprised by that. But
don't.
we are fans of the gay.
They're fucking
We are fans of the gay.
amazing with the decorating places. They keep their houses nice. They fucking work for a living.
We're like the
I
Kathy
don't
Griffin
care.
of radio shows.
Well, slow down. I hate
Very
her.
gay friendly.
No, I don't hate
Gay
her.
friendly. I want to
Why'd I
be
say that? I'm
the
sorry.
Margaret Cho
bad
of
mood.
radio.
Yes, not gay,
Yes.
but very gay friendly.
Very gay friendly.
Did you just make a Bonnie ass reference there?
That was hysterical. No, I didn't. I just saying Margaret Cho, but when Voss said Bonnie's ass looks like Margaret Cho's face.
That's hilarious.
That is the worst thing you can say about a girl's ass.
By the way,
Holy shit.
I took his dumb movie home yesterday,
Good?
and I asked him how I was supposed to watch it, so I watched it properly. If you were listening yesterday, that makes
Properly.
sense. So I watched it properly, and goddamn, they're onto something.
They're onto something
A
there?
lot of big stars.
Big stars.
So you sow, reap, victim then killed himself. Yeah, I know. In other words, two terribly insensitive, no sense of circumstances, 18-year-olds out of 3. He's a horrible writer, too.
He really
man.
is.
Let me try that sentence again. And
Yeah.
I know I'm not the greatest reader in the world, but man, this is a fucked up sentence. In other words,
Yeah.
that's a comma.
Oh.
In other words, comma, two terribly insensitive, comma, no sense of circumstances, 18-year-olds out of 3.
Wow, that's question mark.
Question mark. That is a fucked up sentence.
So, Reeve, 2 Rutgers freshmen set up a third, showing him on a webcam having gay sex. The victim then killed himself. Oh, the victim then killed himself?
Mm-hmm.
In other words, 2 terribly insensitive, no sense of circumstance, 18-year-olds out of 3? Oh, 2 terrible out of 3.
What?
In
Terribly.
2010, that's about all right. Okay. What he's saying is,
Thank you.
2 of them out of 3
Right.
are scumbags and terribly insensitive. 2 out of 3? Guess that's good in 2010, because the third kid was the one that was set up and he killed himself.
Right.
So 2 out of 3 are scumbags, and 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf said.
Yeah.
I want you. I need you. But there is
This is a poorly written article, Phil
horribly.
Mushnick.
Phil Mushnick stinks.
All right, buddy.
Look what I do to Phil Mushnick.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
You're on our radar.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun with Phil Mushnick.
Cyberbully him.
He
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna
fucking
cyberbully him.
paper bullied us.
So
What he
suck
did.
it.
Whatever.
Boom, suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Yeah, suck it. That's what I do.